Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you are all fine. Today I will start a new lesson about elements. Okay, in front of you there is different images of different objects or different matters. Okay, like we see, this is iron nails, and this is pieces of coals, and this is copper wire, and this is sulfur or crystals. Okay, all of them is made of something called element. Okay, so we have here iron nails made of iron, pieces of coal made of carbon, which is an element, copper wire made of copper, which is element, sulfur crystals made of sulfur. Okay, so all the objects, all the matter made of element. Okay, so let's see what is the meaning of element. Okay, I want to tell you, if I have this iron nail, can I extract copper from it? Can I extract carbon from it? No, because it is the simplest form of matter, cannot be analyzed or divided into two substances. Okay, like if I have a pen, okay, we have the cover, which is the plastic, and we have inside it there is a tube. Okay, so we can open it and analyze it into two different parts, one made of plastic and the other is made of metal. Okay, but in this case we cannot divide it, the element, into two parts. Okay, so the element is the simplest form of matter that cannot be analyzed or decomposed into two substances or more. Okay, so the meaning of decomposed, which means divided or broken. Okay, what is the number of elements? We have 180 elements. Okay, one of or some of them present in nature, which is they come from the earth that God made them. The number of them is 92, and the number of elements which is created by the human, or which we call it man-made, the number of them is 26. So we have 91 and 26. Okay, and also, as we said before, the simplest thing in our cell consists of systems, cell, and which is make tissue, and then system, and then the body, and also here the same manner. Okay, so we have here element like this. Okay, consist of, which is like breaks. Okay, something called molecule. Okay, and this molecule consists of very small or very tiny particles called atoms. Okay, so the atoms, it is the smallest thing that made element. Okay, so again, element like nail consist of molecules of nail, and also atoms of atom of, okay, again, iron nail consists of, which is the element, consists of molecules of iron, and molecules of iron consist of iron atoms. Okay, molecule of an element are made of similar atoms and different from the other atom of another element. Okay, so again, so if we have iron nail, they are made of iron molecule, an iron molecule made of iron atoms, so they are different from copper, which is made of a copper molecule, and copper molecule consists of copper atoms. And then we have classifications that the scientists made, and make classifications for elements. They are dividing the elements into metals and non-metals. Okay, what is the meaning of classifying them? They are putting them in groups, put the things which is similar in group with each other. Okay, so we have the first group, we call it metal and non-metals. Okay, we have examples for them. we will divide them into three states, and we said before the three states of matter, which is solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so the examples of the solid metals, we have iron, copper, aluminium, gold, and silver. Iron, copper, gold, and silver. Iron, copper, gold, and silver. Okay, and the only liquid metal, we call it mercury. We call it mercury. It's like a silver material which is very shiny. Okay, but we do not have an example, or there is no metal gas here. About nonmetals, they are present in three states, which is solid, like sulfur, carbon, phosphorus. Okay, and the only liquid nonmetal, which is bromine. Okay, and the gas nonmetal, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, which is the gases in the air. Okay, so the metal present in only two states, but the nonmetal present in three states. Okay, in front of you there is a different pictures of different matters or different objects. Okay, I want to identify that which one of them is shiny and which is not shiny. Okay, copper wire. What is about copper wire? It is shiny or not? Yes, it is shiny. What is about crystals of made of from sulfur? It is shiny also. About the spoon, it's also shiny. About the it's not shiny, sorry. The cool, which is not shiny. The nail also shiny. Okay, so as we see, the copper wire, the copper lock made of copper, the spoon made of aluminium, and the nail made of iron. So all of them metal. Okay, and the sulfur and coal, they are non-metal. So we can observe that the metal has a metallic luster, or they are shiny, and the non-metal, they are not shiny and do not have a metallic luster. Okay, so again, the metal have a luster, but non-metal do not have a luster. Okay, so this is the observation here. The first thing, that metal have luster and non-metal does not have luster. Okay, the second thing here, we have electric conductivity, that the ability of the metal or non-metal to conduct electricity, to allow the electricity to pass through it. Okay, we here we have an electric circuit, and then we will connect the wire with the first spoon. We will observe that the lamp will light. Okay, so it good conductor of electricity, and then we will connect it with coins, so it will light. Okay, so it is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, then we will connect it with a sulfur crystal, so it will not light, so it does not conduct electricity, and which is bad conductor for electricity. And then aluminium foil, it will lights also. And then a pencil, which is this part, which is made of graphite. Okay, and we call it graphite rod. Okay, so we will notice that it will conduct electricity, and the lamp will light. Okay, this happened because this is conduct electricity. Also, this is non-metal, this is conduct electricity. From here we can observe that metals, they are a good conductor of electricity, but we cannot say all non-metals, they are bad conductor of electricity, but because we find here that graphite or carbon can conduct electricity. Okay, or we can accept, it has like an exception. Here, heat conductivity, the ability of the element to allow heat to pass through it. Okay, so here we have a flame, and we have a different roots. Okay, one made of aluminium, one made of iron, one made of sulfur, one made of copper. Okay, and then we will stick wax to them, so, and we will notice which one will fall first and which one will not fall. Wax melt in case of iron, of aluminium, of copper. So they, all of them, they are metals, but it will not melt in case of sulfur bar. Why? Because this is non-metal, and non-metal bad conductor of heat. Okay, so metals, it is a good conductor of heat like aluminium, iron, copper, but they are bad conductor of heat like sulfur. Okay. So we said before, metals, it is a good conductor of heat and electricity, and non-metal bad conductor of heat and bad conductor of electricity, except carbon, or we can say graphite rod. Okay, so we are making the handle of the cooking pots from what? From plastic or from wood, because they are non-metal, so it will not conduct electricity, so they can be safe to hold them. Okay, because they are bad conductor of heat. Okay, so it will be safe to carry the hot boat. Okay, then we will talk about melting point. The point we know that the melting point is the point which the matter changes from ice state or solid state into liquid state. Okay, here we have a sulfur, and then we will try to melt the sulfur on flame. So we will found that the sulfur melts fast, or melt easier, or melt easily. Okay, and then the second state we have the sulfur, and we will put it on like a metallic container on a flame, so we will found it melt easily, and then we will put copper and iron, so it takes very long time, more than sulfur, to melt, and need a very high temperature. Okay, so, and this means that the melting point of them is very high. But in the case of non-metal like sulfur, it's easy to melt them, so they have a low melting point. And the next properties, which is malleability, is the ability of metal or non-metal to be shaped. Okay, so we have a copper wire. Okay, we have iron nail, and we have aluminium wire, and we have copper wire. Okay, we will try to bend them and or hammered on them. Okay, so they can be easily bent or hammered. Okay, but so metal can be bent and non-metal cannot be. Okay, but in case of sulfur, they cannot be bent or hammered on. Okay, and this is like a comparison between metals and non-metals, which like the conclusion. I said metals have a luster, or they are shiny, like the spoons and copper lock, but non-metals, they are not shiny, so like the sulfur and the carbon. Okay, I said metal good conductor of electricity, like if we are connect them to a circuit, so the lamp will light in case of aluminium foil, or coins in case of using the metal. Okay, but in case of connected and also non-metal in case of graphite. Okay, but non-metal like carbon and sulfur, it will not help to light up the lamp, so they are bad conductor of electricity. And then we have said that metal is a good conductor of heat, as if we have a rod of aluminium, of iron, or copper, they help to melt the wax easily. But in case of carbon or sulfur, they are not conduct the heat easily, so they not melt easily. Okay, metal are malleable, which is can be shaped or hammered on, but non-metal is cannot be shaped or hammered on. Okay, so metal, they are solid at room temperature except mercury, which is liquid. They are solid or liquid or gas. Solid like sulfur, carbon, phosphorus. Liquid like bromine. Gas like hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. Okay, and then we will talk about economic importance of some metals and non-metals. Iron, we use it in building bridges, car chases, doors, and street lights. In case of aluminium, we are making cooking pots, but we are making the handle of them from non-metals like plastic, doorknob, and foil. In case of gold and silver, we're using them to make a jewelry, like the golden ring, and the ring which is made of silver, and copper to make status, and metallic coin in electric wire. Carbon used in dry cell, or in making positive wall of the dry cell. And thank you for watching, and I hope you are interested in the lesson, and wait for more inshallah. Thank you.